rise for the national anthem. Please be seated. Good evening, friends and families of Gary Comer College Prep, and welcome to the commencement ceremony of our 6th graduating class, the class of 2017, and the college class of 2021. Graduation is a joyous celebration for us as a school, and one in which our goal is to acknowledge each and every individual scholar's accomplishment. It has been a pleasure getting to know each of you throughout these past 2 years. For myself, your presence in our halls and classroom will be missed. Scholars, remember to embrace the feeling you feel today and let it be the light that guides you through your next 4 years. Today is a momentous occasion for the class of 2017, the beginning, the commencing of a future, of a new life after high school. More specifically, for those clad in green before us, 100% are going out into the world to earn a college education. This new beginning, my friends, is why we call our graduation commencement. With this clear definition of commencement, I'd like to take a moment to remind us all that commencement is a wonderful, dignified, noble tradition. Throughout today's ceremony, let's respect the tradition as well. I'm asking that we all establish a respectful tone by doing 3 simple things. 1, let's refrain from using electronic devices like cell phones, tablets, and iPods so that we can all be present in this incredible moment. Let's take a second and hit the off button. For those of you who rely on your phone as a camera as well, please still turn off your phone. We have 2 photographers today who will be up close to get a great shot, and you can order the photos later this week. Number 2, please remain seated, unless asked to stand, and be sure not to approach the stage. At the end of the ceremony, please also wait to exit until all of our graduates have recessed from the room. 3, and finally, let's remain as silent as possible. Instead of yelling or calling out names as they are read, let's instead show our enthusiasm through clapping and ovation. I promise that after each advisory has been called in full, there will be a moment for us all to let our joy be known for the graduates. If you are having a hard time with these, just think about the incredible self-discipline each and every one of these young people have shown over 4 years at Comer to get to this moment. I think you can handle it, and we can agree that no one wants to miss their graduate's moment on stage because a few audience members chose to make a scene and steal the show from our young people. Let's enjoy our students' moment in the most respectful way possible, and I promise what an incredible memory it surely will be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in. I have the privilege of welcoming our first student speaker of the day. This member of the Ibrahim Advisory has worked closely and tirelessly at GCCP to become the class of 2017 Valedictorian. She will be attending Clark Atlanta University this fall. Please welcome to the podium, Ms. Deja Hess.
All right. Okay. Good evening, my fellow seniors, parents, and staff. First of all, I want to start by saying it has been a very long journey, one that has taken us 4 years to complete. But I am proud to say that we have made it and we're finally done. I want to congratulate every senior that is walking across this stage today. Parents, you may not fully understand all that we have endured. A lot of demerits, freshman year, silent lunches, even though I was never in silent lunch. However, it has truly been a long journey, and if it was not for Gary Comer, I honestly do not think that we all would have made it through high school as successful as we are today. I look at other schools and notice students without book bags half the time and barely having any homework the rest of the time. What I'm trying to say is even though Gary Comer has been the most demanding school that any of us has ever attended, they helped us make it. They pushed us to be better at prioritizing our time, being responsible, and getting things done, which led to another senior class, our class, the class of 2017, a class that has earned 100% college acceptances. I want to give a personal thank you to Ms. Brown because she taught us that our class to never settle for less. Even though she only taught a handful of seniors, she always let us know that she believed in us regardless of how low we may have thought of ourselves. Most importantly, I want to thank all of the senior advisors. You guys have stuck with us for an entire 4 years and have done your jobs well because we're all here today to graduate from high school and in another 4 years from college. However, it was not only Gary Comer that got us here. I have to acknowledge our parents. I know that my mother played a huge role in my success. She's always been there to help me make the best decisions possible. I am sure your parents have done the same. Parents, trust that we know you have done your jobs to the best of your abilities and you have done your jobs very well. Trust that you have instilled in us that we can be successful despite what society may believe about us. Trust that we have been successful and that we will continue to be successful in the next 4 years while we are in college. Class of 2017, now is our time. Our time to truly grow up, make our own smart decisions, and lead the way for our younger peers to be as successful as we are. Congratulations to Gary Comer's graduating class of 2017. Now, I am excited to welcome to the podium a member of the Smith Advisory attending Howard University in the fall, and the Salutatorian of the class of 2017, Lauren Summers.
My fellow classmates, we have only been here for 4 years, but to me it seems like a lifetime. Why did time have to pass so slowly? I will never know. But I am grateful that I got the chance to meet people who I know will be in my life forever. While time did seem to pass slowly, it still seems that it was only yesterday that we were in front of what we thought were demanding teachers getting demerits and LaSalle's. Well, maybe because that may have actually been yesterday for some of us. I remember when I used to look up to upperclassmen during my freshman year and how close they were to graduating. But now the time has come for us, and we are finally graduating from Gary Comer. Reflecting on our 4 years brings laughs and tears. Freshman year, we all wanted to transfer after the first week. Sophomore year, we still wanted to transfer after the first week. Junior year was our toughest year, where we all used to come to Ms. Pagliaro's class and cry about the ACT and the difficult classes and teachers. However, at this point, we knew that we must begin to take charge of our future. We knew that in a matter of months, we would be making one of the toughest decisions in life. But now we are here, and our senior ruling is over. We are closing this chapter in our lives, ready to open another in whatever endeavors that we choose. We stand here at the hands of the future, for it is no longer a distant reality. It is here, and it is today. I look at all of you now and remember all of the hardships that we have endured, the arguments, the pettiness, the tempers, the bad grades, but I also think of the laughs, the smiles, the jokes, and enjoying each other's company. I want to thank my friends for all of the times that we've shared, the laughs and the bonds that we've formed. As a class, we have all been really good friends to each other. I would like to thank our teachers for keeping us on track. I would also like to thank my advisor, Ms. Smith, for your endless support and always finding a positive in every situation. We, the graduates, appreciate our advisors because they not only were our parent figure in school, but also a great friend. Last but not least, I would love to thank my parents for always encouraging me. Parents, we may not show it often or enough, but know that your guidance and love is appreciated. We may push back in the coming years, but know that your guidance will always be needed. Though I may not have always been happy to attend Gary Comer, I know that my memories will be filled with the friendships that I've formed and enjoyed for these past 4 years. When I ultimately measure my time here at Gary Comer, it won't be in periods or semesters, but of the relationships formed and the time that we have all spent with one another. We came here as children, but we are leaving as young adults. No matter what, we will endure hardships. We still must try to excel in everything that we do. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to do all that we can do to reach our full potential. Gary Comer has provided us with the stepping stools, but now it is time for us to explore these heights on our own. If each of us are up for the challenge, imagine the effect that we will have on the world. The future is truly in our hands, so let's make the most of it. Congratulations, my fellow graduates of the class of 2017. Wherever we go and whatever we do, we will still have the memories of the good and bad, but most importantly, we will all be able to say that we accomplished our goal. I wish all of you success, and I hope that you all have prosperous lives. I am now pleased to welcome another Catamount in the class of 2017 who will be attending Dillard University in the fall and is a member of the Smith Advisory as well, Ms. Tonisha Traylor.
Hello, class of 2017 and our family and friends. I am proud of each and every one of us. We have come so far and have experienced a lot through our 4 years. Change is not always a negative. Instead, we learn that change is a path to a new beginning. It is up to each individual person to pick their change and the reason for their change. As Robert Moore quotes, change is gorgeous. Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. If we were to break the word change by each letter, C would be commitment. We have to commit to the new life we are stepping into. The second letter is H, which signifies honesty. Sometimes it only takes the truth to set you on the right path. It's time to grow up and be honest with yourself. Honest about the social time you spend instead of studying. Taking ownership of your own grades, or even the money you earn and spend. I associate the letter A with a blaze, which means to be on fire. We as a whole class have had some moments that were ablaze, the most recent ones being prom and senior signing night. The senior class is always able to come together and enjoy ourselves. Now is the time to be ablaze with excitement and wonder in college. The letter N signifies a nerd. Most define the word as an insult, only because a nerd means to be a foolish person who lacks social skills and is boringly studious. I challenge you all to look at the word nerd in a new way. Let us agree that it defines a smart, outgoing, and okay with being different type of person. It defines you. It is your time to find out what type of nerd you are. Hashtag be a nerd. G is for Genesis. This is the end of one chapter, but a start to a new one. This is your Genesis. Once you leave these doors, you are no longer a high school student. You are a college student. You are a young adult who is beginning to make your own life. Now you can pick your own beginning. E is for entitled. If you don't know, Ms. Hassel's favorite line is, seniors always feel entitled. Well, Ms. Hassel, we earned this one. Seniors, this is a moment you claim for yourself. You have achieved a great milestone, and now it is time for you to use your education to the best of your ability. Class of 2017 and college class of 2021, this is your moment. Embrace it. I now have the honor to welcome to the stage the principal of Gary Comer College Prep, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Tony. Good evening, and welcome to this truly joyous night. As everyone here knows, Gary Comer College Prep was founded on 4 core values: grit, zest, optimism, and that one little G, gratitude. Tonight, I absolutely must begin with gratitude. One of my favorite quotes states that gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. I find this quote to be absolutely true. So on this amazing night, I'd like to unlock the fullness of life by sharing the gratitude that I feel so deeply. First, I have gratitude for the families, friends, and support networks within this room. Over the past 18 years, you have supported, disciplined, cheered our scholars on, helping them make the right choices, holding them accountable, and keeping them on the path to and through college. Tonight, we celebrate you all just as much as we celebrate our graduates. Class of 2017, search the audience and find your family and your support system. Make eye contact with them, and let's take a second to let them know just how much we appreciate them. Thank you. I think they feel the love. Next, I'd like to express gratitude to the advisors on the stage. Whether you are an advisor of 4 years, advisors, they love you. Whether you are an advisor of 4 years, 3 years, 2, or 1, you tirelessly counseled, advocated for, stressed about, and celebrated the graduates before us over and over again. You have given them advice in matters of the heart and guided them through tough real-life experiences. You supported them as freshmen learning what it means to be a catamount. You supported them through what is typically a hard-fought sophomore year, as well as the trials and tribulations and joys of being a junior preparing for the ACT. And most importantly, you were there for them this year, what is arguably the most difficult year, because this is the year that life becomes real. So advisors, I thank you as well. This evening, I also have gratitude in my heart for our senior teachers. Thank you for holding our seniors to high academics. They may not have appreciated it in the moment, or maybe not even now as they sit before us, but they will definitely appreciate it when they're sitting in college classes across the country and feel absolutely prepared for the challenges that the rigorous course load they take will bring, which they are absolutely prepared. So thank you, senior teachers. And last, but definitely not least, the reason that we are here, our graduates. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your maturity. Thank you for your commitment to your education. And above all, thank you for the love and support that you have shown each other, especially this year, your final year of high school. You have the world ahead of you. Absolutely anything is possible. I want you to let that soak in for a moment. Truly, anything is possible. It is such a great feeling. Hold on to it. And as you embark into this next stage of life, I'd like to give you one piece of advice. Be open to change. The first way that you can interpret this is to be open to different things. Like I said, you have the world ahead of you, literally at your fingertips. If you want, a year and a half from now, you can be preparing to study abroad in Spain or Africa, or volunteering for the campaign of the next president of the United States of America, or doing whatever you want. Don't put yourself away in a box when you go to college. You'll be tempted to seek out what is familiar to you, to feel comfortable in a new environment. But rather than putting up walls and keeping new experiences out, intentionally seek out new people and new adventures. The second interpretation of being open to change is about you. Be open to the idea that 4 years from now, when you are walking across your college stage for graduation, you will be a different person, and that's okay. Think about it. You're not the same person that you were when you graduated from 8th grade 4 years ago. So tune into yourself, be reflective, and use college as a time of self-discovery. Find out what you really love, the type of person you truly are, what you really stand for, and what you actually want out of life. And once you have that all figured out, be ready for it to change again. And that's okay, because that's what life is about. So I'm sure I will say it many more times tonight. Congratulations as we celebrate you on this awesome occasion, class of 2017. I would like to now invite to the stage Mr. Singleton to begin the presentation of graduates.
It is now time for the most exciting part of our commencement ceremony, the presentation of the graduates. So please remember to help us create an aura of respect by clapping and refraining from calling out and yelling until the entire advisory is presented, so that every single student and their families may hear their name read. First, I'd like to call Mr. Tracy Brown to the podium to introduce his advisory.
Class of 2017, we made it. Will the Brown Advisory please stand? So as I sat down to write this speech, I began to think, how would I say everything I've wanted to say for the past 4 years now in only 2 minutes? How would I communicate my overwhelming sense of joy about this accomplishment and the bright future that comes with it, while being painfully honest with you about the road ahead and the larger commitment needed to navigate it? As you guys know, I've given many of speeches in advisory. Most of them about gold contracts, some of them about Jerome doing his homework in AMA, others about Jaden dyeing his hair orange, and quite a few about Brian bringing fruities to class in his book bag. But this speech tonight carries a much larger weight. This speech is designed to celebrate a monumental accomplishment in your lives. This accomplishment is to be valued and to not be taken for granted. But to also understand, gentlemen, that it was never intended for you, nor myself, to be standing here as educated men of color. And that hundreds of men and women who 50 years ago fought tirelessly before you to ensure that you are sitting in the seats that you are sitting in now. So, gentlemen, you must understand that tonight a new journey begins. A new varied set of obstacles that will challenge you to the furthest extent of your character. With tonight's accomplishment comes with a much greater understanding. With this accomplishment comes with the understanding that you will be challenged on the basis of your skin color, your black or brown identity, your pride of heritage and culture, and your ability to articulate. Comes with the understanding that you must navigate systems of privilege and power that are not always in your best favor. To understand racial profiling and stereotyping on college campuses are not mythical, but are actually real things. Understand that your brown or black life may not always matter on the predominantly white college campuses you are attending. Understand you are walking into a world that is often dismissive of our struggle. In reality, where carrying the status of being educated, black and brown, is considered as a threat as opposed to being celebrated. So, gentlemen, tonight I charge you with the commitment and responsibility to change that narrative and break those stereotypes. When I look at you, I see future graphic designers, executive chefs, biologists. Ella Baker, who is a world-renowned, who was the champion of the civil rights movement, is never remembered in her push during the civil rights movement. And she always said something very profound. She always said, "We are the ones that we have been waiting for." So let's not wait for leaders to be created or our leaders to create us. We are our own leaders. Tonight, gentlemen, you have become your own leaders. With that said, I am more than confident that you are prepared to navigate these systems of power with everything I have taught you. Never forget who you are, your sense of identity, where you are from, your sense of community, and where you are going, your sense of agency. To the parents of the Brown Advisory, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your sons' lives these past 4 years. Understand that your sons were valued, loved, and cared for. And the work for me is to ensure that they fulfill their destiny. Let me close with this. Gentlemen, I have been more than blessed and eternally thankful to see your bright faces come through those doors at 7:45 every morning. You 9 gentlemen are integral to not only my progression as a professional, but as a man. You are the continuation of the work I hope to do. Understand that I showed up every day because of you 9 gentlemen. You have forever changed, excuse my emotion. You have forever changed my understanding of what it means to be a mentor, brother, advisor, father figure, counselor, and pillar in your own community. Your success only reminds me of the work going forward that is so needed in our communities, and I am forever indebted to you. Know that I will work as hard as humanly possible to ensure that you fulfill your destiny, and I am always a phone call or email away. I love you gentlemen so much. Thank you. Would the Brown Advisory please approach the stage to receive your diplomas?
Justin Ballinger. Isaiah Edwards. Brian Esperagoza. Jalen Haley. Jaden Johnson. Jerome Johnson. Malik Jones. Miguel Laura. Aaron Triello.
Principal Kelly, I present the Brown Advisory as candidates for graduation. Gentlemen, please be seated. Next, I'd like to call to the podium Ms. Jacqueline Ekberg.
Will the Ekberg Advisory please stand? Four years ago, I had just been hired at Comer. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what an advisory was. The week before orientation, the principal was giving a presentation, and she reached the subject of advisories. I asked, "Do I have an advisory?" She said, "Do you want one?" Little did I know how huge of an impact that decision would make on my life. For the past 4 years, I have started every morning with you. I have learned how to be a better listener. I have learned the true meaning of patience. I have learned that there is no limit to the number of times that I can be wrong about something, that I should never cut my hair without your permission, that you will always try to set me up with strangers when we're on field trips. But I have also watched you obsessively track grades, listen to you complain about homework, teachers, demerits, benchmarks, and me. but I have also watched you grow into smart, stunning, independent young women who are perfectly capable of making their own decisions, of fighting their own battles, who no longer need my help or advice. I have listened to your plans for the future in awe. I have watched you get accepted to college after college, and soon I will get to watch you walk across this stage and get your diploma. I have never been more proud in my life. Today, I am excited and terrified. I am excited for the prospect of your futures and terrified for the people that try to stand in your way. You are forces to be reckoned with. You embody intelligence, strength, loyalty, and compassion. You are women that I am proud to stand beside, women that I am proud to follow into the future. We started Comer together. We have started every day since together. I can't imagine starting my day without you. I don't know how I'm going to. But it's time for you to start a new journey. It's time for you to start your day somewhere new, to chase new experiences, and to live life without an advisor or a morning uniform check. But if you want to talk, I'm only a text or a phone call away. You'll always have a place in my life, in my heart, and even though I'm always running out of space in my phone. Thank you for these 4 years. Thank you for this adventure. Now it's time for a new one. Laugh at me like you usually do, or cry with me as I say one final time, goodbye, best friends. I love you. Will the Ekberg Advisory please approach the stage to receive your diplomas?
Kiara Bartlett. Jasmine Brown. India Connor. LaShaughnessy Dunmore. Taylor Irby. Daisha Flowers. Asia Goodwin. Ashane Hintz. Tanisha Kelly. Shadima Perkins. Kura Rutledge. Tariana Townsend. Taya Wright.
Sorry. Principal Kelly, I present the Ekberg Advisory as candidates for graduation. Ladies, please be seated. Next, I'd like to call to the podium Ms. Hannah Ibrahim.
Will the Ibrahim Advisory please stand? When I graduated from high school, I never thought about entering the field of education. When I closed my eyes and thought about my future, I pictured myself in a white coat working in a pharmacy. Obvi, that's not what happened. I can say with 100% certainty that this was the single best decision that I made in my adult life. Since I began working in the field of education, I have had so many opportunities. I had the opportunity to join Teach for America. I had the opportunity to accept a position at Gary Comer College Prep, and I had the opportunity to become your advisor. Out of all of these opportunities, not only in my career, but in my life, being your advisor has been the hardest and by far the most rewarding. I will never forget the difficult conversations that I had with all of you about your grades, your relationships, your college choices, and everything in between. Coupled with these memories are amazing experiences at holiday parties, advisory outings, so many TLC wins, and community service trips. When I close my eyes and think about all of your futures, I see future lawyers, veterinarians, writers, and nurses. I see strong women who are going to make the world a better place by being kind, confident, hardworking, and relentless in their pursuit of the opportunities that they deserve. I hope the lessons that your teachers have taught you stay with you as you continue in your journey throughout this world. Your teachers have taught you about derivatives and cells, electricity, and literary devices. But more importantly, your teachers have taught you how to advocate for yourselves, how to ask specific questions, how to be curious, and how to manage your time. Today, I hope to relay one more lesson to you. This is a lesson that I did not learn until quite recently, and it is to love yourself. Push yourself to be better, but forgive yourself when you make those mistakes. Expect greatness, but value the small gains you make every day. Tell yourself you are beautiful. Remind yourself you are allowed to be a strong, independent woman. Remind yourself that it is okay to cry. Push yourself to try new things and get to know yourself. Each relationship in my life has been strengthened this year because I have had a better relationship with myself. I push you to constantly show your self-love. It may be tough love, but it's still love. As our time together comes to an end, I hope that you all know that I love you so much. From the day that I met you all in the GCYC auditorium in August of 2013, I knew that you all were going to be a part of my life forever. I am excited to celebrate college graduations, weddings, and so much more with all of you in the years to come. Today we celebrate your graduation from Gary Comer College Prep, and this day is a testament to your hard work, the hard work of your families, the hard work of your teachers, and the hard work of the community that stands behind you. It feels like I closed my eyes for a second and 4 years flew by. Thank you, Ibrahims, for being in my life, for being in my heart, and for helping me become a better version of myself. Will the Ibrahim Advisory please approach the stage to receive their diplomas?
Desiree Brown. Chantel Cole. Jamia Fife. Silhouette Green. Jasmine Hall. Amaya Hamlet. Rakita Harris. Kayla Hawkins. Deja Hess. Crystal Holden.
Principal Kelly, I present the Ibrahim Advisory as candidates for graduation. Ladies, please be seated. Next, I'd like to call to the podium Miss Anna Kolvick.
Will the Kolvick Advisory please stand? My dearest Kolvicks, if there's one thing we've learned in these past 2 years, it was that first impressions are not always correct. We've come so far from where we started orientation night at the beginning of your junior year. At first, it was a matter of figuring out how we as a group were going to survive, which sometimes meant taking one morning at a time. It has taken plenty of learning opportunities, but our collective patience and determination brought us here today, ready to start the next challenge. We started out without any idea of how to relate to one another, and over time became an advisory that I will remember for constantly dancing, arguing like you're actually sisters, laughing till our sides hurt, and supporting each other in every way possible. As I stand here today, I find myself wanting more time to discuss, more time to dance, which was constant anyways, and more time to enjoy the energetic and amazing individuals that you are. I could not be more proud of all that you have accomplished in the past 2 years. Though we never earned TLC as a Kolvicks, in our time together, we have experienced some of the highest GPAs that some of you have ever had, biggest drops in detentions, and some of the best community service trips. We've become an advisory who has become so cohesive that instead of voting for individuals, many of you voted for the Kolvick girls for every senior signing night award. Ladies, I am so excited to see where life takes you. I'm confident that your grit and your never-ending energy will make you succeed at anything you put your mind to. You have taught me so much, from the little things like how to do my eyebrows and the pedicure, to how to see the world through your eyes. Thank you for all of the life lessons. I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to thank your wonderful moms and families. Thank you for giving me a chance, putting up with yet another advisor change, and for helping me understand your daughters. Ladies, it is because of women behind you that I am so confident about your futures. Through their help and support, you have learned how to persevere and never give up. If there's one last thing to take with you, remember to never settle for less than you deserve. This includes boyfriends and husbands, friends, and even in expectations for yourself. Always stand up for yourself and never let anyone convince you that you don't deserve all that the world has to offer you. Hold your heads high and know that I will always be there for you, whether it's to celebrate in the highs or to reassure you when life gets rough. Never stop dancing, Kolvicks, and remember me every time you trip over nothing.